Testing. Testing. Check. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. Yeah, we can work with this. Catch up to where we are. Handy dandy guide. Right. We were ahead. That's what. Or no. We're not ahead. This is asking us to go hang out with Mishima. We're not ahead on Mishima. I'm not the only one who saw the, like, phone screen flickering there, right? That's not just me? That seems like an issue.
Hey. Thanks.
Yeah, we'll go to Mishima. Also just noticed my, like, thumbstick is not doing. I don't know if that's always been the case and I'm just not remembering something, or if there's an issue with this controller. Let's see. I mean, going after him wouldn't even help you guys get famous. It'd practically be pointless. He'll care about fame.
Huh?
How'd you know about that?
Oh.
I get it. Of course, a thief who steals hearts would see what's going on in the depths of my psyche. I first started the fan site so I could spread your message of justice to the world, but before I knew it, the only reason I wanted to help you guys was so I could get famous myself. Maybe that's always been the real reason. I don't know, I thought I was doing it out of respect for you guys, yet deep down, I think I really just wanted to show the world I'm more than some stupid zero. Look where that got me, though. I'm just a selfish loser clinging desperately to your popularity. I don't deserve to work alongside the valiant Phantom Thieves. Mishima, what did you do? I totally ate dirt. I can't even run away right. Working alongside the Phantom Thieves has made me feel like I myself can change the world. It's only ever been you guys. I'm still just as powerless as always. I wonder if there's really any way a pathetic guy like me can help you. The fan site? That's it! My special power lies in running the fan site. I don't want it to be about public relations anymore, though. First and foremost, that site needs to be a safe haven for people in serious trouble. After all that happened to me with Kamoshida, I know how hard it can be to speak out against injustice. So as long as there are voices crying out to the Phantom Thieves, I'm going to help them be heard. Good job, Mishima. You figured it out. Ooh, greatly increases experience. That sounds good. We should just forget about going after Akiyama-kun, okay? I'm still worried about some of the rumors I've heard about him, but I'll do some more research. He's not as bad a guy as he pretends to be. Apparently he's super sweet to his girlfriend. Can you imagine that? They've been talking about getting married even since back in middle school.
Well, see you later.
That's sweet. That thing I mentioned about Akiyama-kun turned out to be true. It wasn't just some rumor. Found a post on the fan site by a girl who I assume is Akiyama-kun's girlfriend. Says she's worried because her boyfriend's been hanging out with some sketchy guys, acting strange too. Seems like enough evidence to make him a target, but I'm going to look into this a little further just to be safe. Kinda worrying. Thanks for helping me. Keep up the good work.
Good morning. Well...
You've been sleeping well, you look kinda tired. Might not be my place to ask, but are you okay? I'm fine.
yes.
Well, alright then. That reminds me, the school festival is tomorrow, right? I had no idea that preparations would take so much work. I underestimated it. But working with everyone to put everything together feels great. Hope we all have a fun time tomorrow. Well, I'm gonna do some training today, so please excuse me.
Hey.
You hear who we're getting for our guest this year? Akechi, right? Kinda saw that coming. Everyone I know voted for him. Didn't he say he wasn't gonna make any more appearances, though? Why do you agree to come here? Probably has to do with the Phantom Thieves. Wasn't Akechi going around saying how evil they were before? That proves they're connected to our school somehow. Hey, you're right. Maybe he'll tell us some stuff about the case. No way am I gonna miss the panel this year.
Oh, yes.
I met a friend from college the other day. Got caught up talking about old times. Well, those old stories sounded too crazy to be true now that we've got so many years behind us. Some people have a hard time remembering what's real and what's exaggerated. Kind of stuff happens to you guys too, right? There's a reason for this. The phenomenon has a name too.
How about you?
Memory
This is it.
bias.
Right.
Impressive. A type of cognitive bias that can impair or even alter your memories. Specifically, the name of the phenomenon in question is called false memory. A case where our brain may generate memories that simply aren't true.
Nice going! Hey!
Ooh. a most studious disguise achievement. The bastard up to anyways? He hasn't done anything since he went into hiding.
Welcome home.
Honey, I'm home.
You're back awfully late. How has business been for you lately?
Take a look around. Is the Nijima lady doing well?
Unfortunately, we haven't seen each other lately. We had a difference of opinion.
What are your thoughts, Representative Shido? It doesn't surprise me that people say our country is lethargic. We've let these phantom thieves run amok. And because they've targeted only prominent figures, our government leaders have been hesitant to act. I apologize for any concern they may have caused, and will henceforth search for an apt countermeasure.
That politician's really honorable. I like how quick he says he's gonna do everything.
This is an important undertaking, and one I intend to confront with every asset available to me. The selfish criminals enacting this social reform are in fact the ones most deserving of reformation. Answering to the interests of the people as hastily as possible is my natural duty as a politician.
Man, this guy is admirable.
Rampant political scandals, thieves on the loose. As sad as it is, this is the state of our nation. We must resolve this problem, and I assure the people of this noble country that I will do just that.
What are you standing there staring off into space for? You're creeping me out.
It's nothing.
I'm not worried or anything. You're just blocking the store entrance.
That politician is honest and carries an overwhelming amount of charisma. It feels like a trustworthy leader for Japan has finally come forth. Don't you think, boss?
Sorry, wasn't listening.
Criminals, hmm? Well, that must be how he sees it. However, that is ignorant of their true nature.
True nature.
If these people attack others with no remorse, why would they make a teacher and an artist apologize? Could a murder truly have been enacted by the same group? If this Okumura incident was not the Phantom Thieves, if they only changed the hearts of criminals, then even though they can't be considered innocent, perhaps my goals are not so different from theirs.
Are you a fanboy?
I knew there was something special about you. Ever since the first time we met. I feel as though I could tell you anything during our conversations. Oh, that reminds me. I've been invited to a panel at Shujin Academy, and... wait. I'm sure you know that already. Considering it's such a good opportunity, I've decided to accept the offer. Thank you for the coffee. It was delicious.
Glad you liked it.
I'm happy I could see you. I'll be going now.
I heard. That sounds good. Let me just double check. We do have a devil persona. We're gonna need that.
Oh.
We got a LeBlanc charm. Yeah, we'll go see Oya.
Damn it.
And then we got a bunch of automatic story stuff. All my connections who knew where Kaio was are gone, thanks to the chief and my publisher. Say something. You seem tired. You can tell? Yes, it is pretty obvious. Pulling these consecutive all-nighters is really wearing me down. At this rate, you're gonna work yourself to death. You've been meeting your quota, right?
Shit.
Of course, they'll fire me if I show any sign of weakness. Chief really wants me to mess up, but I'm not gonna give him the satisfaction. Ha ha ha. He's like some kind of tyrant. Tell me about it. The race to see whether I can find Kaio before he crushes me. That's not good. Shouldn't you do something about the chief before you keep chasing Kaio-chan's case? Nothing I can do about a guy like that. He's rotten to the core. And despite how he acts, the higher-ups like him. I have no one to go to. It's over. Yeah, he didn't seem like the kind of guy to change his mind. But maybe we could change his heart. But at this rate, you won't be able to continue your investigation. What's the chief's name? Try and find his weakness. His name is Shinpei Honjo. I heard he's a good husband and he used to cover economic foreign policy. Hope it's just me overthinking things, but he's seen your face, you know. Don't go trying anything heroic. He's saying this for your own good. You got it, kid? Wonder where Kaio is. Don't feel like getting any info from you today. Thanks for coming out. Fighting for truth in journalism. And we got a bunch of automatic story stuff on, so I might just let this autoplay for a while.
The festival seems to be a success.
There's definitely a lot more people than last year.
Well, yeah. This place got famous and all. The Phantom Thieves, Kamoshida, Principal Kobayakawa. On top of that, we got Akechi as a guest.
There may be police officers in plainclothes, too. Actually, they probably are here. We better be careful about what we discuss.
Acting like normal students is going to be important. What do you normally do at a school festival?
Look around at the exhibits and eat stuff?
There's no set rules for this kind of thing. Walk around and hang out, like when we went to the beach.
Just enjoy yourself.
I think I can do it if I've got everyone with me.
You're so laid back. There's a possibility that your name and Ryuji's have come up.
A number of the teachers had been questioned before, and even we were interviewed the other day too.
Don't let your guard down too much.
It's true that the initial members have been at this for a long time, making it easier to get tracked.
All right.
Now, let's leave it at that. We just need to be mindful about what we're saying, correct?
Oh,
As we discuss all this in a hallway
You seem to be
surrounded by
having quite a lot of
students.
fun, Haru. You did mention that you were looking forward to this.
I want to go around with everyone and eat at the refreshment stands.
This'll be a great change of pace from all the nasty stuff lately. Shall we head off to the stands then?
Let's do it.
Oh, right. This is your first time at our school festival.
They're pretty good, from what I've heard.
I know a great one. Follow me. This is the place.
Made takoyaki?
New customers! I'll show you all to your seats.
So, it's your class's stand.
It's still a refreshment stand, isn't it?
It's like a deserted island here.
Shouldn't we have known
Well, I
this
guess
is
it's
our
good for talking
class's
since there aren't
stand?
any
Because we're
people
in
here.
Alan's class?
We heard a lot of rumors even on our way here.
And it was all bullshit.
Here she comes. Act normal.
Who cares? There's nothing normal about this anymore.
Welcome home. May I take your order?
Take my order? What happened to the maid atmosphere?
There are a lot of odd flavors.
Stick to a normal one. I bet they...
I'm so sorry. We sold our last normal one to the previous customer.
The hell?
Well then, I'll have the mentai cheese takoyaki.
I'm sorry. We're out of cod roe.
Then how about the squid?
We're currently out catching squid. It'll probably take another 5 or 6 hours.
What do you have
Doesn't
then?
even sound remotely possible. Ain't this whole menu just a sham?
Actually, we spent most of our budget on making the maid costumes look nice. We didn't put too much effort into the octopus.
Oh, I can see that.
Ryuji, you're making a scene. Then, what would you recommend with what you have now?
That would be the Russian takoyaki.
We'll have that, please.
This will take a little time.
Let's forget about the octopus and get back on topic.
On that note, hearing Kamoshida being almost treated like a victim makes me want to eat my stress away.
I've even heard conjecture that the principal was targeted for reasons like he knew too much.
I kept hearing about Goro Akechi's popularity.
All thanks to the Phantom Thieves.
You know, did that Akechi guy agree to show up here because he believes we didn't kill anybody?
Or he may simply love large gatherings.
Oh, true.
Or it's a
He didn't
setup.
seem like he minded being pampered by the media at all.
We plan on stealing intel, but we might fall into another trap. I'm gonna be bummed if that happens.
That is possible.
We won't let that happen. Still, it doesn't change the fact that we don't know what Akechi-kun is planning.
Thank you for the wait.
Ooh, it's fresh made.
Lies. I heard a microwave go off.
Well, it's not like I was expecting crispy takoyaki at a school festival or anything. So, what makes this a Russian takoyaki?
Could there be jam in it as a secret ingredient? That sounds quite delicious.
Well, one of these is special.
One of them's obviously red. That's gotta be the one.
Dude, don't tell me the Russian part means...
It's like going for the obvious one is manly.
Is that so?
Well, I'd prefer the most beautifully shaped one. But all of them are misshapen.
Oh, aren't you all going to eat? I think I'll go for the special one.
Wait, is she honestly going for it?
Do you want to go for the red one?
Think it'll be spicy?
Well, yeah.
Oh, everyone's all here.
The panel isn't until tomorrow, though.
I came to check out the venue. I can't make any mistakes since a lot of people will be present.
Someone's eager.
But people ended up recognizing me. Everyone bombarded me with questions.
That's because you were sloppy.
I grew tired of the baseless rumors they kept bringing up, so I escaped to where there weren't any people. I'm going to have one of these.
The special one!
Let's just call this my performance fee. It's fine. It's quite the...
Eating it in one bite is a bad idea.
Uh-oh.
My throat. This is... oh, my stomach. It burns.
Are you okay? Do you need water?
I'm fine. I just love, spicy stuff.
Sure you do.
Does he sound broken to you?
Well then, I'll see you, tomorrow.
Wow, he's really trying to hold it together. He's waddling around like some comedian.
It's like he wants to get picked up for some commercial or something.
But did he truly come to simply check the venue? This isn't good. I keep suspecting every little thing.
Because you have
I know
good
what you
reason
mean.
to.
I'm doing the same too. I need to do my best tomorrow. We need to
I
somehow
mean,
get him
yeah,
to be
I'm
our
maybe
source of
coming at
intel.
it from like
I'm gonna pull this off no matter what.
extra
That
extra
Apache
knowledge,
guy,
but
When he got here, didn't he say that everyone's all here? Everyone?
You're just imagining things. So, I guess we got through all of it okay?
Yes, but the associated mental fatigue was extraordinary. Being cautious takes a lot out of you.
Seriously, I think I'm as tired now as I am after midterms.
I didn't mind any of that. I just love seeing that detective gulp down the special takoyaki. I had fun as well, since I got to spend time with you all. What would you
oh,
like to
ain't
do
that
now,
sweet.
Haru? Walk around a little more? I appreciate the gesture, but I'm satisfied with stopping here. Why don't we go home and rest up? We'll have to deal with Akechi-kun again tomorrow, after all. I have to agree. What will his next move be? Oh?
Yusuke's missing. Where'd he wander off to? I guess I think he's still checking out the festival
Let's head back.
stalls. I'm sure he's fine. This is Yusuke we're talking about. It is a little jarring that they just like switch from voice to non-voice stuff, but like they had to add a conversation with Dr. Maruki somewhere in here, I guess. Are you Dr. or excuse me. You are Dr. Takuto Maruki, correct?
Yes.
I'm Yusuke Kitagawa. I'm a student in the Fine Arts Division at Kosei High. I do apologize for interrupting your day, but ever since Ryuji and An first spoke of you, I've grown quite intrigued. I wish to speak with you as well. Oh, Sakamoto-kun and Takamaki-san?
Quite.
Well, I'm flattered you've taken an interest in me. You're here about the counseling, correct?
Indeed.
Correct. Teach me how to unshackle the human heart and glimpse into its endless abyss.
Hold on.
Hold on there. How should I put this? Your enthusiasm is appreciated, but I suspect there's a huge misunderstanding about what I do. Apologize, I simply couldn't contain my excitement. Still permit me to witness your counseling skills in action. Not really allowed, huh?
How about it?
How about this? Why not try out my counseling yourself instead? Of course, there's no charge. All you'd have to do is chat with me for a bit.
Well then.
You and I shall go head to head. I'm not sure what you think happens in counseling, but there won't be any of that. See, so you were Madarame-san's pupil, I assume. It's in the past. I'm curious. I never imagined counseling to be like this.
Well,
Hey, this is less counseling and more about building a rapport. When someone first comes to see me, we always start with them telling me a bit about themselves. Method of self-reflection that relies on speaking with another person so as to sort through one's own emotion. Rather similar to the internal cross-examination I perform when working on my art. There really shouldn't be any cross-examining in a proper counseling session, though. Just do my best to guide patients in a positive direction so they can improve their lives. At the very least, I talk them through their problems so they can make correct choices for themselves.
I see.
However, if you're the one leaving them to their conclusions, are they truly making the choices for themselves? Isn't that just submitting to another person's will? In all honesty, I'm sure there are people out there who think that, but life in this world confines people to certain frames of mind sometimes, and without them even realizing it. If I can help lift the weight off their shoulders and free their minds, I believe the results are worth it.
Indeed. Thank you.
Thank you very much for speaking with me. This has been a most valuable experience.
Oh, yes.
Before you go, Kitagawa-kun, what would you say is your greatest wish in life at the moment? Would it be success as an artist? No, that's not it. The only desire I have for my art is to improve through my own efforts. I see. Then what would you wish for? I would wish for the world to see my mother's painting for the masterpiece that it is, no matter how briefly. And if at all possible, I would also wish to meet a wonderful master, one who would take me in and guide my brush with care. See.
All right.
At any rate, I must be going now, so please excuse me. I hope we meet again someday.
Well then.
Apologies for suddenly disappearing like that. Legend of the Lost Inari has come to an end. Here. Photo time. Oh, that's a sweet picture.
I should write something.
I'm gonna go ahead and save just because there's a lot of like plot stuff that's gonna happen. I guess we could train to play a game, why not? Gambler Goemon.
Okay. Oh!
Is that a shrine? There's a giant demon guy in red clothes standing over there. So you've come. Wonderful. My name is King Yama. Whatever happens in this land of torment is my doing. Think he'll want us to play another dice game? That would be lovely. I'll have you choose either odd or even. Even means numbers like 2, 6, and 8, while odd means numbers like 3, 7, and 11. I'll roll the dice. A correct guess is a win, but an incorrect guess is a loss. Absolutely. For my game is much stricter than that of the prior demon. You'll need to win best 2 out of 3 to truly succeed. Even or odd. I still think even is the better call, right? Because on a 2-sided dice roll, the lowest you can roll is a 2, which is even. And the highest you can roll is 12, which is also even. Which means like, at a minimum, there's got to be one more even number that can come up as opposed to odd.
Oh man.
Even.
Oh.
Ah. It was worth a try.
Nice.
I wonder if you can get cheat codes. We're gonna let like the automatic. I'm just gonna let the story stuff like autoplay.
Well then, we will now begin today's panel.
There's actually some stuff I need to look up, but I know as soon as I do,
I feel
it'll
kinda
like
bad considering how
tab
many
out.
people have
So
gathered. I'm sure you all would have been happier to have a singer or a mascot appear, wouldn't you say?
We'd appreciate if you could tell us about your experiences with the notorious Phantom Thieves. It'd be wonderful if you could let us hear more about your actual investigative process.
I'm not used to being the one interrogated, so please go easy on me.
How much do you think he knows?
He talks about the Phantom Thieves are dangerous, yet he says they haven't committed any murders. Either he has an idea who the true culprit is, or he has uncovered the identities of the Phantom Thieves.
Come on, Makoto. You gotta get it out of him.
As much as you're allowed to say, would you tell us how far along your investigation is on them?
Getting right to the point, I see. Well, if it's as much as I'm allowed to say, then everything on TV and the internet is all of it. We don't have any leads yet, and the methods behind their crimes are still unclear.
I see. Even with this country's power, arresting them is proving to be difficult. Is that the case?
I wouldn't phrase it that way, but, well, something like that.
Thank you for answering that question. By the way, it seems you've denied a correlation between the Phantom Thieves and the murders. Why the sudden change? Until now, haven't you upheld your stance that the Phantom Thieves are dangerous? How are you so positive that they haven't committed murder?
Aren't you a little too comfortable interrogating people? Why, it's as if you're a prosecutor.
Excuse me, this is something I've personally been interested in, so I couldn't help it. But won't you tell us? What reason is there that you'd claim their innocence when you previously stated they were unjust?
Mako-chan's really pressing for an answer. She's pelting him with questions.
Every person whose heart they changed have truly been criminals, including Okumura. Why then was he the only one who needed to be killed?
Why is that?
I must admit, I couldn't deduce a reason. That's why I believe that case should be thought of as if a different party is responsible. And if, this is all hypothetical, mind you, if the Phantom Thieves are the ones I know of, I can't possibly imagine they would kill anyone.
Your comment just now, does this mean the police have already identified who they are?
Oh, no. The police haven't gotten that far yet. But I have my own conclusions about the true identities of the Phantom Thieves.
He's gotta be bluffing.
Pipe down. He's lying, right? But if it's the truth...
You're not going to ask me who they are?
It may have repercussions on the investigation. Are you sure you can share that with us?
It's only my personal opinion, so announcing that here wouldn't pose a problem. However, there is a possibility that everyone present will hear the truth before the police or media.
The truth? What's he planning on saying?
That's quite the confidence you have. If you're so certain, then very well. I'd like to ask you then, who do you think the Phantom Thieves are, Akechi-san?
That idiot!
No. There's no way he could have any evidence.
They're people you all know quite well. The identity of the Phantom Thieves are... it's mine. I apologize for the interruption, but I can't turn off my phone due to my job. Would you mind if I step away for about 10 minutes or so?
I'm terribly sorry, everyone, but we'll be taking a break. We'll resume the panel in 10 minutes.
Please don't troll me online for this interruption, okay? Is there a room I may use?
There's the PE faculty office.
I want you to come too. There's a matter I want to discuss. Your friends from yesterday are here, aren't they? Can you bring them too, if that's all right?
Did you set this up?
We only have 10 minutes, you know.
What do you want to talk about?
No! That's gotta be shopped!
I have video footage too. Please, let's not feign ignorance. All of you can go to that other world too, yes?
Us too?
It's not just all of you. I am aware of that world too. I also know that when you traverse over there, your appearance changes as well. It's because of those mysterious powers, isn't it? I found out about that world about a month ago. This had been installed onto my phone without my knowledge.
Dude, it's the nav.
When the app activated on its own, the scenery around me suddenly changed. Quite frankly, I still can't believe it myself. But from the look of these photos, all of you seem quite used to it.
We've been listening to you blab on for a while now, but cut the delusional...
All of you are acting as phantom thieves in the metaverse. I can say so with conviction because I have the same power as you. I'll take your silence as confirmation. In all honesty, I've been curious about you since the time of the Madarame case, but to think it would end up like this.
We didn't kill anyone!
I believe that as well.
How can you be so sure?
Because I saw another. The real culprit.
For real?
Who was it?
I couldn't identify his face. He had a mask on, after all. Actually, when I took these photos, I entered that world too. That's when I saw someone else moving about, besides all of you. He shot at me the moment he noticed me.
That's who killed President Okumura?
Most likely. At the very least, I was almost killed by him. I can't die here. I need to determine the truth. When those thoughts overcame me, I awakened to that power. A most fortunate accident.
This guy has a persona too?
This cat. I swear, it just talked.
Morgana, our teammate who taught us about the metaverse.
Really? This is unbelievable. But it is true that you know things that I don't. Say, Morgana, were you also the one who instructed them on how to change people's hearts? I experienced that world too. But I still haven't solved that mystery yet.
We go in the metaverse, we call them palaces, to steal the core of their desires, their treasure. And those whose treasure has been stolen have a change of heart.
Ah. There's certainly no way anyone could figure out such an MO.
Anyways, back to what you were talking about. Are we in this mess because of that guy?
Although I don't completely understand the method, all you do is simply reform people. Someone else is behind the murders. However, the police have decided that the Phantom Thieves did it. They'll arrest you at this rate.
They're going to treat me as my father's murderer?
I can't overlook such a grave mistake, which is precisely why I want us to strike a deal. I may be able to save you from this situation.
A deal?
I would like you to cooperate with me on investigating the truth.
And if we decline?
Then I think I'll have to inform the police about all of you, along with that video I mentioned.
This ain't no deal, it's blackmail!
Say what you will. This is the method that I believe is correct. The justice I uphold will not tolerate criminals who kill people at their leisure.
Justice.
You've heard that Sai-san is the one spearheading the investigation about you Phantom Thieves, correct? The higher-ups are concerned only with settling the case. They want to capture the culprits behind the psychotic breakdown incidents and end the commotion. Those are the ones who are putting pressure on Sai-san. I can only imagine her impatience.
What of evidence that we did it? How do they intend on proving it?
Even if there's no objective explanation to the method, it's over once causality is established. Sai-san can't make rational judgments at the moment. If she were to be cornered, well, she may even make up a confession.
Make it up?
So, they're gonna make it all our fault? Just because they feel like it?
We haven't killed anyone, though! And we're still going to be arrested?
You'll be found guilty if you're caught, and it will be treated as a very serious crime.
Bullshit! None of that makes any sense!
Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do alone anymore to stop the flow of things.
And that's why you want our cooperation.
Yes. In return, I'll turn a blind eye to what you've done. Those are my conditions. That said, I ask that you disband the Phantom Thieves after this.
What should we do about Akechi-san's proposal?
I mean, he's demanding a lot, but we kind of have no choice if he's got photographic evidence. Is that the only way?
I can understand how you feel. It must be hard making a decision on the spot like this. Well, you don't have to decide at the moment. Considering this is you we're talking about, I believe you'll come to a favorable reply. I'm glad we could talk. It's been a while since I've been able to spend such a meaningful time like this. I look forward to your answer. It was definitely worth coming today, for various reasons. We should be getting back. About that, I'm sorry. Would it be acceptable if we ended the panel here? The reason why you called for me in the first place was because you wanted intel, correct? My business is concluded as well.
I'll deal with it somehow.
Damn it! He had complete control over us!
Hey, they're going.
We have a conversation with Morgana
I'm sorry
that is shrouded in silhouette.
task came in. So, I truly apologize about this, but I'll have to end things here today.
To make up for the time that was planned for this panel, the Rakugo Research Club will instead be...
I can't say anything in detail regarding the Phantom Thieves investigation, but I feel another great stride will occur again soon. I hope you all continue to pay attention to what happens.
Let's have a big round of applause for today's guest, Goro Akechi. Was that really our best course of action?
He totally used Makoto's suggestion against us.
Indeed. We intended to get intel out of him, but to think it would play out like this.
So what? We'll just accept his deal?
He's got evidence on us. We really don't have a choice.
Damn it! What are we gonna do?
Calm down, Ryuji.
How am I supposed to calm down? What are we gonna do?
What's done is done. We'll have to cool our heads and think more on this. We must make up our minds by the time he contacts us again.
We need to give this a lot of thought.
Similar occurrences followed in succession earlier this spring. Although things have quieted down until recently, several incidents have occurred once again. Furthermore, new information has come to light about the suspect who suffered sudden mental shutdown. He had received a calling card from the Phantom Thieves.
Why did Futaba have something like this?
If a calling card was delivered, we can only assume that the Phantom Thieves are behind it. If so, those occurrences back in spring can be attributed to them as well. Moreover...
I knew it. She's... Oh, God.
The post-festival party is about to begin in the gymnasium. Please join us, everybody. Post-festival party? I thought this thing was over. Nobody invited you to it, so let's just go home.
Huh? Senpai, aren't you going to the post-festival party?
I was about to head out.
Since we've run into each other on our own, why not go together? People say these kinds of events should be enjoyed with others, so let's go have some fun.
I mean, would On not invite us?
It seems like it's already begun. Let's get in there, Senpai!
And now, it's time for your favorite Shujin tradition. The Student Sharing Special! But, before that, we've decided to change things up this year. We've got a huge surprise for you all. Members of the dance club, come on down. Now everybody, join in. Don't fall behind the dance club. Strut your stuff.
Interesting, they spell
Standing around
Shujin
while
like
everyone dances is
Eugene.
embarrassing.
Why?
Senpai, let's do it!
It's showtime.
Very impressive, Senpai.
And now that you're all warmed up, let's switch up the music.
Persona 5 Dancing All Night or whatever it is. In stores now.
Hey, you're Yoshizawa-san, right? The first year? We've got a little favor to ask you.
Got it. I'm in. Senpai, I'll be back soon. They've asked me to help them with something. Just wait here and watch what happens.
Okay. Ooh, this gets an anime cutscene and everything. It must be important.
Huh? Yo, who's that? Huh?
That's crazy.
We left the party to cool off.
That was so exhausting, but what a blast! I feel like I danced my heart out back there.
I could tell.
Thank you.
Wow, that dance was amazing.
I know, right? I was totally blown away. It's my dad. He's telling me to come home before it gets too late. Sorry to leave you like this, but I have to get going.
I guess, yeah.
Thank you. I'll be alright though. The post-festival party was so much fun, especially with you. See you soon!
Dance is over. I ought to head home. And go with Ryuji and Mishima on or hard. Both on.
Alright, that was a great performance by the dance club. Everybody give them another round of applause.
Oh, sorry. I was just worried about the whole thing with Akechi-kun. We're gonna be okay, right?
Yeah, we'll be alright.
It actually feels like that's the truth when you say it.
And now it's time for your favorite Shujin tradition, the Student Sharing Special! Round of applause, everyone!
They're really doing this again this year?
All right, who has something to say? Anyone? Anyone? No? I'll just have to pick someone then.
I guess this disorder really makes the post-festival party what it is.
How about the girl in the hoodie with the super bleached hair?
Huh? Me?
Well then, come on up.
What should I do?
Let's run away.
Would that be okay?
Come! Everyone's waiting!
Fine.
And what is your name?
Takamaki.
Takamaki-san. Good looks, smoking body. You don't look like you have a complaint in the world. Now then, on with the show. What would you like to share with us today, Takamaki-san? Takamaki-san?
I don't know.
Here, I'll give you a question. Do you think the Phantom Thieves are really Shujin students?
Huh?
We're all dying to know what Akechi-kun was going to say about their true identities. So, are they from Shujin? What do you think, Takamaki-san?
What do I think?
Actually, I was wondering that myself.
Way to go!
I think it was him!
Hold on a sec!
So, Takamaki-san, what's your relation to this guy?
Huh?
My, she's red as a beet! But I'm a gentleman. It hurts my heart to bully such a sweet girl. Well, did you all enjoy our blushing beauty? Thank you very much, Takamaki-san.
Just when it was getting interesting.
It's finally over. That was embarrassing. I can't believe you had the courage to stand up and say that in front of everyone.
You were in trouble.
Huh? So you did it to help me? at any rate, I had really frozen up for a second there. So, thanks. You were a huge help. You know, you're actually a pretty dependable guy. I think we'll be good together. Ignore that. Talking about the future. That's a bit too heavy for right now.
Not at all.
Stop that!
Oh my god, stop!
I'm still worried about Akechi-kun. But this post-festival party actually turned out pretty fun. I want you to have this.
Looks delicious.
I hope you like it. Wanna head home together?
I'll skip through the loading screen dialogue. It's gonna be kind of the same, like, oh, the Phantom Thieves, aren't they so awful?
You took off somewhere during the festival, huh? I tried to find you, but I gave up pretty quickly.
Futaba? What are you doing here in front of the store?
I needed to calm my brain. My thoughts were getting out of hand. Not just Akechi, but other stuff too. We're in deep trouble unless we can do something soon. But anyway, I was just thinking about going inside, so your timing is perfect. Let's go.
The mass media has been causing quite a commotion lately. No countermeasure for the Phantom Thieves, the sorry state of the police, destruction of safety. They're saying whatever they want. So, how's the investigation progressing? Any clues yet?
Nothing that leads to a firm conviction yet.
What's going on here? Didn't you say that you were sure about closing this case? And I thought I told you that failure won't be tolerated. Well, this is troublesome. If things continue at this rate, never mind a promotion. We'd have to let you go entirely.
But sir...
I had high expectations for you, but it seems this task was too much to handle for someone so young. We may need to reform the operation as well, since the selected personnel for this...
Please, let me see this through to the end. This case is something that I've always...
I know that you've been at this for a while now, even before the police spared us the staff for it. If you can manage an arrest, I've made special arrangements so that you can question them personally. That's what you want, isn't it? The leadership of this country is about to change. We can't let this case carry over into their term. I'll make myself clear again. Failure isn't an option. We need results.
I understand.
You're allowed to take some bold measures if you need to. We need good results, no matter what.
Good results no matter what.
One more thing. If the unexpected happens to occur, contact me immediately.
To you, sir?
I said that failure isn't an option, didn't I? Yes. Everything is proceeding as planned.
We're home! Sojiro?
I was cleaning up and found this. This is a calling card, right? I read about it online, too.
You went into my room without my permission?
I'll apologize as much as you want later. So, what is this?
That's...
Is it something to get flustered over? I knew it. This isn't just some game you're playing. Why aren't you saying anything?
Why did you keep it? I mean, it was memorable.
Explain.
Explain.
Can't tell me?
Explain.
Hey, if
If this keeps up, Futaba's...
I'm talking to Futaba here, you know. I'll get right to the point. Is this a real one? Did they trigger a change of heart in you? How about it?
Ever since Mom died, there was no exit. I was trapped in a labyrinth of my heart. I knew I had to leave it, but I couldn't do it by myself.
Futaba. Here, sit down. I can at least listen to what you have to say.
The Phantom Thieves saved me. They stole my messed up heart. It's the same as Mom's research. They changed my cognition.
Seriously? Wakaba's research about altering one's cognition. I wondered about it myself, too, but still.
When did you notice?
When she said she was going to go to the beach out of nowhere. Even the doctors had thrown in the towel. At first, I just chalked it up as other kids being a better support for you than any adult. But as I kept watching the tabloid shows here day in and day out, a thought crossed my mind. I thought your case kind of seemed similar to what these Phantom Thieves were doing.
Wow.
I'm still your guardian, you know. I'd never overlook such a drastic change in your behavior.
Sojiro.
But to think that Wakaba's research and the Phantom Thieves changing hearts were about the same thing. Back in the day, I used to be a government official. My job was to be the bridge between the country and the lab that Wakaba worked at. It's around that time that I got to know her. She said something odd when we were out drinking, that one of these days, she might die a bizarre death. Who wouldn't take that as a joke? I just laughed it off. But it happened exactly as she said. If anything were to happen to you, I'd feel like I let her down. There's something I want to ask you. Judging from your attitude, you knew about this calling card, didn't you? You should have known that Futaba had a change of heart through the Phantom Thieves as well. Is there a connection between you and them? The first incident of a change of heart was a teacher at your school. The kid who brought that painting here was a pupil of that artist who had a change of heart, wasn't he? And then there's Futaba. You always seem to be linked to these incidents somehow. Got anything to say?
Sorry for keeping quiet.
You know what people call them? Criminals. Why did you introduce such dangerous people to Futaba?
That's not true! I asked them! That's why he saved me! He stole my heart!
Asked? Stole? Wait, are you saying that he's the one who changed your heart? Wait, he doesn't just deal with the Phantom Thieves, he's actually one of them? You're pulling my leg, aren't you?
I'm a Phantom Thief.
Are you serious? You really are a Phantom Thief? Oh, for crying out loud!
Sojiro!
So, basically, I've been sheltering a Phantom Thief for the last 6 months. And on top of that, Futaba's involved too. What the hell?
I want to find the culprit who killed my mom!
Wait, killed?
She was killed! I remember it now!
Stop this nonsense!
Why won't you believe me? Are you the same as everyone else? Didn't you know already? The way Mom died wasn't normal! Didn't you notice that her research was stolen by someone?
when she passed away, I did think it was odd. It was awfully fishy. But what could I do? All I was able to do was run from it all. Run away, hide, and end up here as some old guy running a cafe. To be frank, I took you in for my own good. Like it'd somehow make up for what I'd done. It's basically my fault that you got burdened with all this crap.
It's not your fault, Sojiro.
I acted all big, lectured, even yelled at you kids. And I end up getting consoled by her. God, real pathetic, aren't I?
That's not true.
I mean, the one who killed Mom's the one at fault.
I see. Don't worry. Even if you are the real Phantom Thieves, I have no intention of reporting or kicking you out. I mean, who would believe such a story? Unless they catch you red-handed, it's impossible to explain that you're the Phantom Thieves. Let me just say one thing, though. Immediately back out of a fight that you can't win.
What do you mean?
Don't you get it? If, by chance, you pissed off the same guys that killed Wakaba, then they're not someone that kids like you can deal with. Listen to reason, all right? We're done talking about this. Come on. Time to eat. All that yelling's gotten me hungry.
Phew. If he turned us in, that would have jeopardized our operation. Still, we should tell the others about what just happened.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Yeah, it might be good to let them know that, like, somebody else knows. Likely wouldn't be receiving these messages if he was not okay. Good insight, Yusuke. I had a feeling that Boss was no ordinary man. But he didn't recommend you turn yourself in, did he? I think in that case we can consider him a new ally. I'm more curious about what he mentioned to you. Our enemy might be the same people who targeted Futaba's mother. She was killed by mental shutdown, the same method used by the culprit we pursue now. Wait a second though, didn't you say Boss had to run from it all? Does that mean someone was trying to stop the news from getting out? Who could do that? A government official. Ain't you letting your imagination run wild a bit? It would make sense. Wait a sec. You're right, then wouldn't the police be working for him too? It's impossible. Getting too big for even me to think about. For me to even think about.
We're gonna win, no matter what.
Can we really win this? We're gonna win no matter what. Hell yeah, we are.
Sorry.
Go home or he'll worry. Can we game or do we literally just have to, yeah, we have to sleep?
Well then.
That concludes the speech given by Representative Masayoshi Shido, who may be forming a new party. We now resume our coverage of the Phantom Thieves, the suspects for Mr. Okumura's death and others. The police have designated the Phantom Thieves as the country's most wanted fugitives, and have decided to reward anyone with information leading to the capture of the Phantom Thieves.
Look.
Those who provide information will be offered a reward of 30 million yen. And considering the high amount, it shows how extraordinary the situation has become. Reward money will be supplied by the police and the families of the victims. Further,
if I report you to the police and they arrest you, I supposedly get 30 million yen for it.
Only if we get caught.
I hope you understand the situation you're in. Even people who didn't have an interest before will be on the lookout for the Phantom Thieves. And it'll happen every day, even at school. Why did this happen?
There was no choice.
That may have been true, but still. Well, how do I put this? I'm sorry I didn't realize it. It's also my responsibility that this happened. All I can do now is give you shelter. Just don't become desperate and do something reckless, all right?
I know.
I won't sell you out. As long as you're here, there's nothing to worry about.
I feel bad about what
Sojiro's
we've done
such
to
a
the chief.
good man.
I'm responsible too.
Did you see that reward? Perhaps we put too much pressure on them. With this, the Phantom Thieves have become public enemy number 1. Exactly. That will be when their curtain falls.
Hey, great!
We should look for the Phantom Thieves ourselves. Ketchy suggested they go to the school, right? Yeah, but let's not. There's been too many mental shutdowns as it is. Probably be the end of us if we start sniffing around now. 30 million yen, man. Just let me dream a little. That is a lot of money. Like, I don't know what the conversion rate is to the US right now, but it's usually like 1 yen is about 1 penny. So it's like, that's still $300,000 or something. That's a lot of money. See the news. Brace myself for this possibility. Actually, having a wanted notice out for us feels kind of weird. I'm not sure we're going to get away this time. Our backs are truly against the wall now. Discussing it here won't do us any good, though. Talk more in person.
We're wanted now, and the reward's 30 million yen? What is this, a comic book? It feels so unrealistic I can't help but laugh.
We're finally being treated as actual criminals.
I'm positive now. Remember all of those what-ifs I mentioned before? All of this was truly set up. How President Okumura ranked first, the Fad before that, even Medjed. It was all to make the Phantom Thieves famous. On top of that, we were lured to target Okumura.
Yeah, the enemy likely planned to lay the blame on us from the start, after we gained popularity.
Then what about everything we've done until now? Are the people whose hearts we changed and thought were corrupt actually not?
No, because of Yusuke and I, the Madarame and Kaneshiro cases were coincidental. Wasn't that the case with Kamoshida too? Considering what happened with the rankings, only the previous target would have been used to lure us.
What a cheap trick to use.
Cheap? It's nothing of the sort. There's the fake Medjed and the site's altercation. They might have even engineered the Fad around us. So much time and effort has been put into this. President Okumura probably wasn't their only target. Perhaps they intend to place all blame of past and future psychotic breakdowns on our group.
That's why I said we shouldn't jump into things so carelessly.
What, so this is my fault? Even you agreed to it in the end. And there was that thing with Haru at the time. How are we supposed to ignore that, huh?
I'm sorry. This was all because I one-sidedly decided that my father was a criminal. All I could think about was my fiancé. If I had only been able to cope with it more calmly.
Haru?
It's not Haru's fault. I should have spoken up too when Principal Kobayakawa died.
Damn it! This is bullshit! God! Fuck! Ah!
Ryuji! Taking out your frustration on things doesn't help anyone!
Hey, what do you think? Why did we lose? What did we do wrong?
They baited us, like...
It's probably because we weren't acting like ourselves.
No!
Agreed.
I don't even agree with that. I think, like...
Yeah, that really is it. I
Like,
was
yes, we cared about the
so
attention
caught
of the
up in making a
public,
name for
but
ourselves. I'm such an idiot.
I think we also,
Phantom thief because I hated
like,
those same kinds
like
of
our
adults.
group here just didn't
To think we had begun
consider
clinging on to fame and a place to belong
the
in the eyes of
possibility
the
that there's
crowd.
like a larger mechanism
be the righteous
behind everything that
Phantom Thieves,
happens, and it's not
we
just
lost
like...
sight of our original cause.
I'm so
Like, they
irritated
assumed
with
because
myself.
we were a bunch of just random vigilantes that the other person we were
Damn it.
dealing with
I know that we've
causing
been set up,
trouble was
and that I
also
was
a
complete
random
idiot
vigilante.
too,
Like, they
but
didn't
still,
consider that there's
it's
like
so damn
existing forces
frustrating.
at play.
Of course I want to do something about this.
Yeah. We'll be in deep water at this rate. However, we have no idea who we're up against, and whether they're an individual or an organization.
Furthermore, they must be in a position of power, or have powerful backers if they can go so far.
Are we really a match for this?
Should we end this now? I mean, things might get worse for everyone.
Hey, what should we do?
Let's turn the tables.
Yeah, running away with our tails between our legs is exactly what they want. We'd be dumping everything we stand for just to save our own asses.
I see.
I take back what I just said. I can't let it end like this. Absolutely not like this.
Looks like we're settled on what we want to do. All that's
I got
left
this
is how
sticker
we
that
go
I want
about
to put on my, like,
Yeah.
computer. Like, real cute. I can't figure out where, like, the edge of the sticker is to actually, like, peel it.
Hey, it's me. About me yelling earlier, being framed, and the added bounty, it all felt like such bullshit. I lost it. I'm sorry.
I don't mind.
That's good. Maybe I haven't changed at all since that time we went up against Kamoshida. I wanted to be a Phantom Thief because I thought even someone like me could be a hero. It made me so happy to be depended on. Guess it all went straight to my head. I thought I could do anything if it was for justice, but that'd make me no different from our targets. I called them shitbags, but I must be the shittiest of shitbags. I can't even joke
Got
about
it. Things will turn around.
You're right. I can start by changing who I am now. Thanks. I feel like I can think straight now. Oh, I scared Haru and Futaba, didn't I? I'll have to apologize to them soon. See ya.
I got a message from Akechi-kun. He wants us to gather at LeBlanc tomorrow after. Who does he think he is trying to boss us around like that? Tomorrow, that's sudden. This is directly after the reward announcement. There must be a calculated reason for this too. Like he's trying to set us up. Be okay, right? We'll manage. Yeah, we're gonna overcome this together. Regardless, I don't want anyone disturbing our pace anymore. Go about this calmly. We'll see you all tomorrow.
We've reached a crucial moment. There's no point fretting about it now, though. Let's just stay calm and wait for tomorrow. Okay.
Can't let things end here. We need to figure out who's behind everything.
Oh!
Let's play a game. Let's try Gambler Goemon again.
Okay. Oh, man. Oh!
We did it.
Yes! Yes!
Okay.
Ooh, we're so persistent that somehow made us more charming.
Nice.
Interesting. Maybe that's tied to some kind of quest?
An issue in which criminals do whatever they want under the name of justice cannot be left alone. Only now does the government speak of taking countermeasures, but their actions are too little, too late. The government as it stands has been left behind the times. It is obsolete. We don't have to go down with a sinking ship. We have the power to change this. Let us end this chaos through my hands and yours.
He's a politician of the ruling party, isn't he?
I heard they're splitting up to form a new party, so an election might come before the year's end.
I'm gonna vote this time for sure. This man has my support.
You haven't voted until now? That's problematic as a member of society, you know.
Politics just never interested me before. But this politician seems pretty amazing. He's passionate and thinks of the future. I mean, someone like that should be prime minister. I'm definitely voting for him.
Well, I suppose that makes sense, since the other politicians seem so unreliable.
When you say that you want us to cooperate with you, what exactly do you intend us to do?
That's a good question. But might I have a cup of coffee first?
Quit effing around!
Please keep this short.
There's a bounty for information in addition to the arrest warrant. Those are quite desperate measures. I'm referring to Sai-san's actions. I assume all of you are at your wits' end as well. She must be considerably vexed if she's gone that far. Make headlines with the arrest warrant, then use incentives to get testimonies. It's not a bad method.
The police have nothing on us. There's no way they can make an arrest.
True. I'm the only one who's ascertained your true identities. However, the groundwork for fabricating testimonies and concocting a culprit are underway.
We don't care about that self-gratification. Get on with it.
I'll be blunt. I'm thinking of triggering a change of heart in Sai-san. I've already discovered that she has a palace.
Huh? Really?
Is this to prevent the investigation agency's recklessness?
Precisely.
Still, there's no need to change her heart just for that.
Indeed. It's hard to believe that a single person can fabricate all that.
Unfortunately, that's not the case. What if I told you that those around her would turn a blind eye to false evidence?
You saying the police would do such a thing?
It seems they're more trusted than I thought. Their priority is settling the situation. They don't care who the supposed culprit is.
No!
They're completely rotten!
My objective is to find the true culprit. That must be the case for all of you too. However, the current situation is extremely bad.
If worst comes to worst, someone unrelated will be set up as the culprit, huh?
Our only solution to this is to make Sai-san come to her senses. If she's in her right mind, she can stop this situation. Her sense of justice wouldn't allow it.
So that's why...
The truth will be covered up, and an innocent civilian's life will be destroyed. I can't allow such a thing to happen. My own ethics won't stand for it.
I mean... I guess I can understand how you feel.
And changing Sai-san's heart will be to protect her as well.
How do you mean?
If the true culprit were to learn that she's responsible for the investigation, what would happen? I'm certain they'll aim for her life. She's the perfect target to place blame on the Phantom Thieves. So how about it? Will you agree to my plan?
Even though you're particular about being just, you're willing to get your hands dirty?
It can't be helped in order to ascertain the truth. There is also one more merit in changing Sai-san's heart. She'll be a fine warning to others not to meddle with you any further. They can't go public if someone in the investigation has a change of heart. It'd show their corruption. All that's left from there is for me to discover the identity of the true culprit.
What do you mean?
You're gonna tell us to announce our disbandment once the real culprit is arrested, aren't you?
As expected from a Nijima. So, what do you say? I don't think it's a bad deal for either of us.
Makoto, what's your take on all this?
It's a well-made plan. It even takes putting an end to our team into consideration.
I'm flattered to hear that.
Why are you willing to do all this, Akechi-kun? Why do you seek justice?
Because of sickening human beings. Yes. My contempt for such people drives my sense of justice. It isn't some grand reason like society's sake or some lofty ideal. It's simply an absurd grudge. And extremely personal.
Dude.
You know, doesn't he remind you of us?
You think?
I can't really explain it. But I guess it's how some disgusting adult pissed him off.
We're similar, Maybe that's why I thought that I could ask this of you all. Won't you cooperate with me on the mission to change Sai-san's heart?
We will. We don't have a choice, really.
Thanks. I was actually rather worried there. This mission can't succeed without your cooperation, after all.
The Phantom Thieves will be disbanded, and everything will work out. I pray it does.
Mako-chan.
I'm okay. I never brought it up until now, but the reason I joined the Phantom Thieves is because I wanted to change my sister's heart. I was hoping I wouldn't have to resort to it, though. I've also known for quite some time that she has a palace.
Why didn't you tell us?
It was too selfish of a reason. Though I was too scared to look any further into it on my own.
Why don't we try going there now to scope the place out? A lot of this will be new to me, so I'd like to get myself accustomed to it too.
I'm sorry, I actually have plans today.
I see. That's unfortunate.
Will you tell your sister about this?
Of course not. It's just...
You seem awfully evasive today. Is something the matter?
I just can't make time today.
Let's call it a day then, and resume this tomorrow.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Wasn't Makoto acting a bit weird?
This is about her sister.
Well, I guess that can't be helped. Regardless, it all starts tomorrow. I hope this goes well.
Well, fast forward to November something, I'm guessing, since...
A palace? In me? Not only that, Goro Akechi? Then the Phantom Thieves targeted me as per his advice? And he had already experienced the metaverse by the time of the Okumura case? That can't be. I mean, he never said a word. Although, his attitude did change suddenly around that time. Akechi-kun kept quiet about the most important details, and my own sister may be a Phantom Thief? If this is all true, I was out of the loop the entire time I led the investigation. What a joke. So you became convinced of another's existence through the 2 mental shutdown cases. And if you were apprehended while falsely accused of those crimes, that villain would still be loose. That's why you targeted me? Not for your own preservation?
That's right.
That does make sense, more or less. If you simply wanted to evade capture, triggering my change of heart wouldn't guarantee anything. Your actions as Phantom Thieves would still be met with hostility. No. If this villain does exist and is setting up your group, I would be targeted next. Did Makoto come up with that speculation?
Talking about.
Perhaps I'm overthinking things. Hey! You need to keep your focus.
Keep it together,
Seems you're
man.
completely worn out, but the look on your face isn't one of defeat. Why is that?
Justice wins in the end.
I'm amazed. It seems you can still talk. When you were arrested, a man at the scene told you that you were sold out, correct? Those words normally hint at the existence of a traitor. However, if your story till now is true, one reason can be concluded. It's frustrating to admit, but at a certain point... No, most likely from the start. I was a mere puppet. Someone set up only to bear responsibility later. Someone intended your arrest, and the minimal staff directly involved were in their pocket. And if that's the case, true integrity would side with you.
Ooh. Rank 6. We still got a ways to go.
All right.
No, I'm jumping to conclusions. I don't believe your story yet. There's something I need to confirm with you. Was a change of heart triggered in me? What happened in the time between entering my palace and your arrest? Tell me everything.
What's this favor you need? It's late already.
We'll be going to Nijima's palace, so I want to look into her. Things like her work ethic and relationships. It doesn't matter whether it's public or private. Those would help us come up with countermeasures in case we hit a roadblock in her palace.
I can look up more, you know. Stuff like her repertoire of underwear.
A girl shouldn't say things like that. You tell her too.
Don't do that.
I thought you'd like that.
Ahem. Also, I may be overthinking it, but my voice... Ow!
Same as always.
Let me finish first. There's something else we want you to look into.
Spooky. I mean, I get that the contents of those conversations cannot be revealed until a later kind of decision point, but the new progress in the search for the Phantom Thieves, and the opposition party has submitted a vote of no confidence regarding the current cabinet. That, along with legislator Shido's plan for a new party, has sparked fears of governmental disbandment. Where are we meeting today? Told where to meet up. At the courthouse. Where's that? Government Office District. Kasumigaseki. Indeed. Oh, I've heard of that place. Never been there, though. Me neither. Not somewhere normal people usually go. Looking at the map is impressive. The Police Department, Ministry of Justice, Public Prosecutor's Office, and Public Security. The Diet Building is right near there, too. For real? What kind of scary place are we going to? We won't get caught, right? According to Akechi-kun, our identities haven't been discovered yet. Or we just going... So we are just going to plunge headfirst into enemy territory. Anyone contacted Akechi? Going to meet him there. On guard, everyone. Will be heading into Alliance.
So this is the courthouse. You can tell it's a revolting building just by looking at it. Let's hurry up and get started. Akechi, what did you find out?
I rarely get to see Sai-san directly, but I figured out her course of action. On the 20th, an investigation will likely be done at Shujin Academy, as well as the Sakura residence.
For real?
Then that means our time limit is November 20th.
Still, there will be quite a bit of red tape involved. I doubt it'll take place before the 20th.
We'll take your word. For now, we need to focus on infiltrating her palace.
I concur. And we should probably get going soon. After all, people like us standing around here is quite unnatural. Well then?
That's...
Huh? What about my smartphone?
This is the model I wanted! You're so lucky!
I'm so sorry. Until recently, Futaba was actually well...
It's okay. Sai-san told me the gist.
Oh, right. Akechi-kun, it may be best if you exchange contact info with everyone, too. Not just me.
That's true.
Ooh! I'll send everyone's contacts to you later.
Thanks. Well then, I hope we get along. I'll do my best.
You've got a good personality and good looks? Talk about cheating.
She's praising you, I believe.
Then shall we get started?
We need to figure out what Makoto Sis thinks this courthouse is, right?
I often hear her call it a place of competition in which she must always win.
A competition, huh? That sounds like Sai-san.
It'd be unbearable if you were put on trial for a reason like that. Although, a competition means it's a match of some sort. Might it be a martial arts ring?
Then perhaps a stadium? Or maybe an arena?
There are other competitions besides fighting and sports.
Gambling, then!
How about a racetrack for horses? Other than that, there's pachinko, but does that count as gambling?
We played cards during the school trip.
Well, if they're talking about gambling,
What
probably
else
be
is
a
there?
casino then, right?
It must be a casino.
I definitely see Sai-san in you.
Well, it's time we head in then.
Says forced palace entry. I assume this is just going to be us doing like palace.
Head right past there and keep a low profile.
That's it.
Wait,
huh?
why is Morgana
What's
in
going
human
on
form,
here?
but the rest of us are in like our
looking
school
at the
attire?
courthouse, aren't we?
Seems like it.
Let's go.
Right.
Oh, it's like a Vegas casino. Like it's a casino.
The courthouse is a casino.
Everywhere else seems to be a normal cityscape.
Isn't that...
The police station, yes.
I didn't know that the station and the courthouse were next to each other.
Our attire hasn't changed. That must mean we aren't considered threats or hostiles yet.
Right. Areas outside her courthouse palace must not be worthy of her attention. Wait, I always look like this. I'm special. Besides, I can't do anything in my cat form.
The police station's also part of her work area, though, whenever arrests are made for her cases. I've brought her food and belongings when she was sent on loan to the police.
We got no business with the cops, right? This might be the metaverse, but I don't want to go in a station.
That reminds me. He'll need a code name, too.
Codename?
Phantom thieves can't go around using the real names, right? It ain't cool either.
Just for reference, what is everyone else's?
Skull.
Mine's Fox.
We pretty much decided on them with how we look, didn't we?
What is it, Haru?
Oh, it's nothing.
Then perhaps Karasu will be best for me. You know, like a raven.
Are your clothes all black or something?
The reverse, actually. If our codenames are to hide our identities, wouldn't that be better?
Karasu. He'd be the only Japanese-sounding one.
Why not go with Crow instead?
All right. From here on out, you're Crow.
Got it.
Now then, let's head into the courthouse. Now then.
I should write something.
We have to choose our party.
Do you have a moment?
Counting on you. Guess we'll
That
switch him
settles
in
it.
for Morgana for now.
Focus.
I mean, I assume we can't just like walk in through this door. Yeah.
Okay.
So, this means we're acknowledged as a threat, correct?
Dude, you planning on stealing stuff in that getup?
It just means that's what he thinks a rebel looks like.
No. This is my mental image of a person who sticks to their justice.
Well, I think your mask is more apt for piercing rather than sticking. That aside, the people in here look completely normal.
But we're in a flashy casino. There's no doubt this is a palace.
Oh, right. Crow doesn't know too much about cognitive beings, does he?
Ah, yes. In addition to similar topography, cognitive people exist based on the ruler's perceptions.
That probably didn't make much sense because all the fancy terms he was using, huh?
In essence, since these look like real people, Sai-san's view of others is surprisingly undistorted. But considering what I see before me, it's difficult to believe it is not actually a real casino.
Not all cognitions are normal, though. In Futaba and Okumura's palaces, we had to battle them. People may look normal, but we should be careful. Particularly of those in positions of power.
Is this what you have to go through every time?
That's right.
This is a first for me. I'm somewhat nervous.
Just don't slow us down, Crow.
I will not allow that to happen.
Okay, it's time we head inside. Our deadline for this infiltration is November 20th. Any later and we'll get caught in reality. Of course, we'll need to secure an infiltration route before we send out the calling card. As always.
So the calling card wasn't merely for show? It's a necessary step?
Will you please stop interrupting?
My apologies.
Well then, let's go.
I feel somewhat nervous. Focus.
Gold earrings. I wonder, are we just going to like go like beginning to end kind of thing? Or is there like going to be a thing that boots us out? Forces us to come back a different day?
I can feel it.
Indeed.
I can see it.
Welcome. Come on out, you petty thieves.
She can see us?
You're after the treasure, are you not? Come on down and I will tell you where it is.
What? We're not going to fall for a trick like that.
It's not a lie. I only wish to do this fair and square. You aren't going to run, are you?
We should do as she says. There is no point in hiding any longer.
I mean, there's plenty of reasons to still hide. We should not trust them, but...
So you've come. The treasure is located on the manager's floor at the highest point of this building.
Why are you telling us this?
It's as I said before. I wish to go about this in the fairest manner possible. First, I ask that you come up to my location. We will continue this there.
Damn it! Over there!
It seems we'll be able to use that elevator to reach higher floors. Come, Joker. Let us pursue her. Let us get after her, Joker.
It's somewhere.
Or we just follow her where she was going, though. Okay, there's bars on this grate, so if we can do anything with it, it's not now. I still think we should try to do everything we can elsewhere before we go up that elevator.
It's a treasure chest. I don't see any traps either. Joker.
Okay, yeah. We're like, we know you want to explore, but you gotta do the real stuff first. The story stuff.
Let's do it.
And save just in case.
They're not.
Authentication required. Please insert your member's card.
Member's card?
Perhaps it bears relation to a players' club of sorts.
I can't handle your technical speak. Just give me it straight.
Casinos typically have a membership system called a players' club. Some locations even have areas cordoned off for particular ranks of player. Considering the setup of this place, I thought things may be similar here.
That'll make this shit simple. Come on, let's join this player thingy.
I would agree with you, but...
A shadow!
As I expected, registration will not be such a simple matter.
She must be daring us to challenge the security of this place to make it to her.
Here it comes!
No need to worry. I'll handle this. I need to prove my worth to you after all.
I have high expectations.
I promise to surpass even such lofty hopes as those. Well then, let us begin. Don't worry, you can leave this one to me. Take them down, Robin Hood! My skills exceed yours! Robin Hood!
Gun damage is not what we want. What about punchy damage?
Too slow.
Persona!
About Aga.
You got lucky.
Doesn't sound like we're gonna get ambushed based on what we heard earlier. Deal with them as quickly as we can, but now that we have an infiltration route, I suggest we return for now and prepare. It was truly one surprise after another. I hope we will continue to thrive in our work together. Agreed. We will need to explain the steps we take, though. That is unnecessary. First, we secure an infiltration route, then send the calling card, correct? In doing so, the core of the ruler's distorted desires will manifest into a physical form. By taking that core, the change of heart will be triggered. I deduced the steps would be something along those lines. A+. It ain't as easy as it sounds. Don't underestimate this shit. I am not underestimating anything, I assure you. By the way, Nijima-san's shadow seemed really confident. No knowing what may await, let's continue cautiously. Very well, you will let me know when you enter the path. Yes? Of course. Perfect, I'll be available at any time you need me. Enough for now. Let's prepare well for the coming task. We're counting on you, Akechi. Failure is not an option here.
The crucial moment's finally here. Okay. So people are turning on us even in his survey? Our popularity is really at an all-time low.
Think if there's any infiltration tools we need. I don't think there are. Because the guide says make infiltration tools, but I might just be gaming. Play Star Fornius.
Okay.
Hey, wait! Nice! Hey!
We got guts.
Yeah!
Jeez.
So that invite was supposed to be for Destinyland, but because we're already too far ahead on Shinya's social link, we don't get the Destinyland invite. Don't get too hasty. Leave it to me.
Hey!
Okay.
Mission start! We got a few messages. Side later. Side later. First, we need to do a mystery trader thing. Go to Akihabara. And just outside the maid cafe, we need to use the vending machine. Assume this one.
Oh!
Says beef stew.
Oh!
Or some kind of stew.
Oh!
Supposed to be stew in one of these. This one?
Oh,
Here we go. Mystery stew. Go to Kichi Joji. Hit the promenade.
This isn't some joke. Nothing's working out for me.
Alright, this says go to Destiny Land with Shinya. Let's see. What social links do we have that we can work on? Akemi, Makoto. Says we can do Shinya, even though I think we have a request to do for him still. Like, let me look at my request list. Guess we haven't done Shinya's yet. Or we haven't unlocked Shinya's, rather. So let's do that then. Let's just go to the arcade. Since we're already ahead on it, we may as well just take it all the way. The only thing I can think of is, do we want to max out like Makoto or somebody who we like get immediate, like, you know, party member benefits from? But
Hey.
oh, that's right. So Shinya's works a little differently, I guess. Let's do that.
Wait, what? Huh?
The Phantom Thieves are targeting my mom. She is bad after all. No, she's not.
Yeah.
Thanks, but my mom just isn't herself. She used to be so nice. Believe in them. They are the Phantom Thieves, after all.
Hey.
Someone has to give this to my mom, right? I'll do it. Is it too much for you? It is kind of my fault that my mom got this way, even though it probably isn't. She had to deal with a lot raising me on her own. She had to get stronger because I was so weak. But that's not an excuse to hurt the people around her. She fights with everybody about everything and ends up getting hurt. Let's save her.
Yeah.
His strongest move, you say? Electric Slug increases the damage inflicted by bullet hail. Okay, that's good.
All right.
Maybe that'll make the bullet hail actually, like, kind of worthwhile. It's kind of not right now. Like, it's fine when it happens. It's free damage, but...
Later.
So I assume the calling card situation, like, is gonna unlock a request for us? Glad you made it home. Got any idea who the true culprit might be? If the so-called true culprit is acting alone, then there can be no mistake about it. Who is that masked man? I do not know that much. point, I have yet to even grasp any clues. If they are dealt with, I will surely capture him, I promise you that. We'll be counting on you. Assure you I will
Doesn't
catch
have
the
any
culprit.
clues, but he's confident enough to say he can definitely catch the guy. No wonder he's a star detective. Even the way he talks about these things is different from us.
Oh, we're actually supposed to do stuff with the Velvet Room twins. But I'm gonna have to Google some things real quick. So, pardon me, I'm just gonna tab out real quick. Okay, Strength Confidant Fusion Guide. I believe our next one is Lachesis with Tetraja. We need a Sandman and Principality to create Thoth, and then Thoth and Anzu make Lachesis. I should have this. I should have this up in another window here so that I don't have to like tab in and out.
Hey, inmate!
Let me just double check that that is the mission we're on.
Now.
How go?
You'd like to read
Summon.
that these are the paths you have walked.
So, Principality. Where's Principality? Principality.
Is this what you want? A fee is required, then accept this persona.
And then we need Sandman. Mr. Sandman. And me a man. Our Sandman. Not a strength persona in this one? I thought he was. Apparently he is a level 23 persona, so he's definitely like... Okay, here we go.
Is this what you want? A fee is required, then accept this persona.
And then just to cover our bases, we also need an Anzu. There's Anzu.
You can hold no more personas.
Oh, well, I guess we have to fuse some new stuff then.
Now choose.
Principality and
Do you really
Sandman.
need this? Select the skills you'd like to inherit.
I guess this doesn't matter much. I'll say save your bloodline. Like Tetraja, and then the rest of these kind of don't matter.
It will receive extraordinary now for a rebirth.
We don't need Psywall. Concentrate is eh. Oh, we already have a Hectoconcheries. That's okay, it doesn't even have Masakunda yet, so use this with something else. I confuse it with Daisajo, Kaiwan.
Not terrible.
Does Kaiwan
but not
have...
impressive.
Kaiwan does have Cyodyne. Yeah, let's do this.
Select the skills you'd like to inherit.
Theodyne, Cyodyne. Generate 2.
It will
And
receive
endure.
significant now for a rebirth.
Less boost. Hamaon is not worth it. Anything else we want to make? Probably not right now.
Finished for now? You'd like to read the these are the paths you have
We'll
walked.
summon an Anzu. We're actually going to need Anzu twice. We're also going to need a Lilim that's level 34, and they did not make that clear to me prior to this point. What level is Lilim? Do we have a Lilim? I think I also passed Anzu. We'll just go back for it. Oh, I already have a Lilim. And it already has Masakunda.
Then accept this persona.
Need... Oh, Anzu's a Hierophant, so it should be way up here. Yeah, here we go.
A fee is required. Then accept this persona. The
Okay,
inmate
create
may wish
new.
to perform. Well, how's this gonna go? Now choose.
We need Thoth and...
Do you
Anzu.
really need this? Select the skills you'd like to inherit.
Guess, buff skill. Make sure we get the Tetraja. And then, once again, the rest of these don't matter. I would actually say, like... Yeah.
It will receive significant.
Because the, like, tier 2 skills, or whatever you want to call them, are kind of already obsolete for us at this point. So I see no reason not to just load up on, like, the buff skills that we're missing. We do not need a Lekwall, though. Mabuhula. I think growth 2 is not necessary.
Finished for now? You'd like to read the
May as well
here.
summon that Anzu now. To, like, make the other one, too.
If you'll withdraw this is your pop. Such rudeness. Time for some rehab. You wish to. Now choose.
Oh, Lilim,
You okay with this?
Anzu.
Select the skills you'd like to inherit.
Skills. We'll do that. We need Masakunda. Kaja. Not. Take Zionga, because it's not one we have a ton of. And
It will
Bufula, why
receive
not?
significant now for a rebirth.
Rebellion. It's only one ally. Fortified Moxie. Doubles crit rate during an ambush. That
You change your mind? Done already? What?
He'll have business here. With
Do you need
you.
something? Now, it would seem... Huh. Yes. What? Yeah.
To be honest though, I've arrived at a hypothesis. We manage the inmate's power via several arcana, which symbolize the mystic nature of this world. In truth, the encounter we share with him is represented by the Strength Arcana. Strength represents great power, a mighty will, and the awakening of the unknown. Sounds about right. In our interactions, has the inmate been the only one to have had something awaken within him? Perhaps therein lies the answer. Do I get my reward now?
Shut up!
There's 3 tasks you gotta do before you get your next reward.
All right.
Listen up, inmate. Now. Okay. Oh, it would seem... See? You can do it.
There we go. Not many tasks left. We might be getting close to finding out the hidden goal behind that list. Thanks to you, I'm actually starting to look forward to seeing what happens. Your attitude has shifted quite considerably, Caroline. I see now that the harsh mask you wear during the fusion ritual is nothing more than a facade. Perhaps in your heart you have longed for the days that the inmate would come to fuse the specified personas. What about you, Justine? You've been awful chatty lately. We've both clearly changed quite a bit recently. Perhaps my hypothesis is true after all. We have thought that if we were to complete the list, we would bring to light the intent of its creator. We have overseen the inmate, all the while considering the changes that have begun to appear within him. However, can it truly be said that the inmate is the only one who has changed? The completion of these tasks has also had great impact on both my consciousness and my memories. Are you trying to say the list isn't supposed to change the inmate, but ourselves? I have no proof of that. However, if this list represented the will of our master, why has it fallen into our hands and not remained in his? Gotta be some kind of joke. You're telling me somebody made it so they could change us? But why? You okay there? I can hear a voice in my head. I recognize the voice. Seems to be the matter. You are behaving quite abnormally. Does something trouble you? Our apologies, Master. Is the inmate proving to be too horrible a subject for you? No, the fault does not lie with him. If you must reprimand anyone, let it be us. Very well. Continue on with his rehabilitation. Let us bestow upon you the next reward. We will now grant you access to the Guillotine Booster. Think of it as a way to increase the number of personas you can make with the group Guillotine. Now you can perform some extra strong fusions using 5 or 6 personas. Oh wow, that's actually like... That's usually a story thing. I'm kind of surprised they put that behind a social link.
All right.
I mean, I'm sure it was like that in the original version of 5 that I finished. It's been so long since I played it, I forgot that they did that.
Listen well. Farewell.
A bugs with Same Ricard. Just out of curiosity, can we make that?
Time for some rehabilitation. You wish to perform in a... Can you gather them up?
We are one level shy. Oh, we also have Haradi with us, and we need that Haradi to be level 41. So I am going to equip that Haradi for the next, like, area. Okay, I think we're done here then. At least for now.
Are you finished?
What?
It is time, inmate.
And it says to take the twins on their next thing, but we're already ahead, so guess let's go play darts and billiards.
Welcome! What do you play?
What do you want to do?
Ooh, we can play with Haru and Akechi now as well. Let's do Haru.
Hey!
Thank you!
And we'll see who else gets called randomly. I hope it's I hope it's Yusuke. I'd be okay if it's Akechi. Okay.
Hey! What do you think? All right. I know you can do it. Yep. Yes.
For real?
Okay, that's not bad.
All right then. My turn now.
Not bad, Haru.
Give it your all.
We need to get like right up to victory, but at the last minute choke so that Haru can get like double points.
Yes.
Okay. Where we don't hit the double 6. I think if we leave it on 16, that's going to be low enough that it'll like trigger Haru's conversation to do it.
My turn now. This is...
Have fun with it.
you. Superb! I think I get it now.
What do you think? Oh, that's too bad.
That was so much fun.
That should do it for now.
All right then. Good morning. My sister is serious. Her determination to win this fight is she won't be easy to beat. I want to understand our situation as soon as...
Calm down.
Sorry, but I can't bear seeing my sister. If you're going by any chance,
Okay, quiet down.
What do you want to do?
Oh, we got this book on swordsmanship that we're almost done with.
Oh!
Hey. Yes.
Okay, we actually are supposed to spend time with Haru, but we are already kind of at time for
I
today.
should write something.
So we'll cover that next time. Yeah, things have been going good. I think we're actually gonna wrap this up, like, not soon, but like, I would be surprised if we're still playing this in like July. So yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out what we do on our like our midweek streams once we're done with this. Yeah, that's going to be something I have to figure out. But until then, I hope you have a good week. I may or may not see you this weekend. I will certainly try. But if I don't, I hope you have a good weekend as well. And I will absolutely see you next Wednesday. Until then, though.